medicine, communications, culture, sports, leadership, agribusiness, economic development, community services, employment. No matter what the need, Rural Alberta's Development Fund has been there to help turn great ideas into great successes for rural Alberta.
Rural Alberta's Development Fund really is helping train stewards, help the leadership of the future of our natural resources and of our environment to be responsible citizens and good decision makers. Without the Rural Alberta's Development Fund, our boreal education strategy wouldn't be possible. I think it's a unique, made in Alberta solution to issues and concerns that are important to all Albertans.
The money through the RADF is a very special, unique funding brand. And in the aviation industry, any company that starts up, there's usually a 4 to 5 year period, a hiatus, where to generate revenue, it takes that time. The funding from RADF was critical in terms of seeing us move forward in the international circles. People now know who the Canadian Centre for Unmanned Vehicle Systems are.
It's been what we had expected it and more. And I think has fit with what RADF thought this would do, that it's not just medical education, but it's part of a bigger piece around community development.
For someone like me who is considering rural medicine but never has lived in a small town, it's a really good opportunity to actually try it out, and I love it, and I think I'll practice rurally, so in that way, I mean, it's been successful.
We enable rural Alberta communities to help themselves. So far, we've invested $74 million in 67 community capacity projects. The projects involve thousands of rural Albertans and impact tens of thousands more.
I'm proof that being a rural business is a successful thing. The Visit Edmonton Countryside program has brought that about. There's no way that I could have ever afforded the type of publicity that I have received as I can through the beautiful publication that we put out.
Without the Rural Development Fund monies, we would still be back at square one, trying to work out how we were going to scrape enough money together to hire a part-time person just to continue with the programs that we had going in the past. So everything's just moving ahead so fast, and it's very exciting.
One of our chief responsibilities under the RADF funding we received is to make sure that what we're doing in Three Hills and Hannah can be transferred to other communities across the province. Without the RADF, opportunities available to the people in Three Hills and Hannah could not have been exercised. We would not have as bright a future as we do now.
In 3 years, Rural Alberta's Development Fund has gone from an idea to a major player in Alberta's rural development. Our program funding has touched every corner of the province and is creating a legacy of lasting value.
I would hope that the funding is in place for other projects like ours in the future, and that RADF would be there to be able to fund those things that are going to help rural Alberta, help make it grow, help make it sustainable, and keep it there for all our kids so that we don't all have to live in Edmonton or Calgary. By saving the families and the businesses, yes, we are helping save small towns.
Psychologically, I think it's hard to watch your town die, and this town is not. The help from the staff at Rural Alberta's Development Fund was astounding. It's been an absolute anchor to making us have the opportunity to move forward and to be self-sufficient.
It is a project that is well supported by the community, driven by the community, and we're just pleased as can be to have Rural Alberta Development be part of that. So it is a very sustainable project, but on the front end, we needed the help to get that staffing in place to do all the pieces that would lead us to sustainability.
This is a big dream. We designed the system so that the 12 community sites that we're looking at, community engagement sites they're called, are actually really just a pilot.
Hi, Delburn.
Hi. Success would look like every small rural community having high-speed internet connections, being able to talk to each other, being able to work together, being able to learn together, and being one bigger community together.
This fund helped us make a major jump forward in regional promotion. It's had a major impact already of people working together that had never sat around the same table before.
We got the $1.4 million from the Rural Alberta's Development Fund to hire 8 coordinators to go around the province to develop long-range municipal sustainability plans. The foresight that the Premier of Alberta and the government has in creating this kind of a fund sends a very clear message to not only our association but to all communities across the province that the province cares.
RADF was wonderful in their embracing of this program, and we are just so thankful that they put their trust in us and they believed in this program. It wouldn't have happened without them.